What I want to tell people, what I think a compelling message is be deliberate, be proactive, be thoughtful, make sure you're using those minutes wisely.
Unpack for us the practical implications of life is too short, guy.
So I want people to realize, I call it positive urgency, that we should be urgent in terms of what we do with our lives, how we use our minutes, and make sure we're proud of what we're doing, make sure we're excited, because you only have so many minutes in your life. And I actually talk about this in the book and bring out my in-depth mastery of mathematics, which is pretty simple. I say plus or minus somebody born in the United States, and there's lots of sort of different numbers, but plus or minus people live to about 80. People born today, by the way, are going to live considerably longer. Every minute doesn't have to be saving the world. It doesn't have to be advancing your business. It doesn't have to be exercising. It could be whatever you choose. In fact, I don't make judgments. You may say, you know what, the most important thing to me for the next 60 minutes is to watch TV. Awesome. What I'm asking you to do is think about, are you really processing how you're using the minutes? Instead of when you get to the end of the day, the end of the week, the end of the month, if you're like, I don't know what the hell I did or where time went, then I actually don't think you're being proactive. I don't think you're using your minutes wisely. It's a choice. You may say, for me, reading a novel is what I want to do. But there's a trade-off there. Reading that novel means you can't spend that time with maybe a loved one. You may say, I want to spend time with my family. That's fine. There's a trade-off there. Maybe you can't exercise today. You may say, I want to exercise today. Fine. That's a trade-off. Maybe you can't put in as much time at work. These are all trade-offs that I'm not going to attempt to tell you what's important to you. You need to figure that out. What I want to tell people, what I think a compelling message is be deliberate, be proactive, be thoughtful, make sure you're using those minutes wisely. And if you're not, then get off the call. That's what I want people to think about. What about goals? How often do people set goals? And I mean really set goals, like write down those goals. In the book, I talk about creating a goals grid. And everyone does it differently. My method isn't necessarily the best method, but I talk about how on my grid, I create sort of across the top. For me, I have a couple of main buckets. For me, there's business goals. There's family goals, there's physical goals. Exercise is pretty important to me. And then there's personal goals that are sort of beyond that. And then I have different time frames. It depends on what the goal is, but today's goals, this month's goals, this year's goals, and future goals. And I have them all laid out. And by the way, I don't accomplish all of them.